Welcome back to the Oddcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Ricky.
And we're just two odd cats that decided to start a podcast. Today we're talking about if cat people are odd and if cats are evil.
Oh my god. I had no idea that was coming. That was great. Yeah. So anyways, today we're talking about if cat people are odd.
You've cats to be kidding me, right? Meow.
No, that took it too far. It was good the first time. That was too much. But also, we're talking about our cat's evil, and we're going to definitively prove that or disprove that today.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We will talk about dogs briefly, but we're not doing the whole dog versus cat debate because that's outplayed. We're staring cats right in the eyes.
Right in
that might be evil, might not be.
Weird, deeply set eyes.
Yeah.
Especially those ones that look like they got punched in the face and just stayed there.
Oh, the real smush.
The really fancy ones?
Yeah. What do you think?
Why are those fancy?
I don't know.
They look ugly.
I don't know. I don't understand why cats are fancy or not fancy. I don't understand why dogs are fancy and aren't fancy either. They're all dogs.
I feel like uglier house pets are the more fancy ones.
I agree.
That's weird.
We can talk about that too.
Okay.
Let's get to the Oddcast. All right, so we got to get right into this. Do you like cats?
Yeah.
All right, well, end of the podcast forever. I didn't know that he was a cat person before we started. If I did, I probably wouldn't have started. Not that I have a problem with cat people, but I just wouldn't have a podcast with one. I
didn't say I'm a cat person. I don't think like having some fondness towards cats means you're a cat person. I think it's an overly fun, or if you like cats more than dogs, then you're a cat person.
I don't think there's any middle with cats. I think there's middle with dogs, and we're not always going to pair them with dogs. I think there's a middle with dogs. There's dog people and not dog people, and there's people that are like, I'm fine. There are very few, if any, people with cats that are like, I'm in the middle. I'm chilling on cats. You know, they're fine, but cats are too polarizing. There's too much of a stigma. You either love cats or you hate them. There's nobody that's just okay with cats.
I love cat videos.
It's kind of they do the same thing they do with tattoos. They're like, I like cats, but I like when you own them. That's not a middle person on cats. Middle person on cats, like I would get it. Like a middle person on dogs, like I'd get a dog, but you know it's for my kids or whatever. Like if you get a cat, you are all as a family are committed to worshiping that cat.
What? That's ridiculous.
That is how
I
want
to hear you out though. Because I'm at the place where, like, I grew up, I had a cat. My cat.
I don't know why that was funny. What happened?
Sorry, I was just thinking about my old cat. My cat's name was Lilac.
Lilac.
Lilac was a cat that got diabetes after it ate all of the food.
Did he diabetes it?
Yeah. In the end, yes.
He died.
She, actually, yes.
Oh. I meant like beat the diabetes.
Oh, like the Michael Jackson song.
No, different one. Keep going. Okay. Keep going.
Anyway, Lilac, she ate all of our other cat, Kiva, all of Kiva's food.
Oh,
when
God.
We didn't know.
You didn't say food at first, man. You took a pause. You said, Lilac, she had diabetes. Lilac, she ate all of our other cat. You stopped there.
She might have dug up Kiva. I'm not sure.
You had a cannibal cat?
Let me tell you about this cat, okay? So, love the cat, all right? The cat was... Okay, let me go back to the beginning. Kiva died of liver failure because she didn't have enough nutrition. And I'm pretty sure it's because Lilac was eating all of her food and we just didn't know for a while.
This is so sad out the gate.
Oh my gosh, was such a glutton. Literally, we left a box of donuts out. Lilac ate half of them.
We're talking of each donut or half of the donuts?
Half of some of the donuts and whole donuts.
See, that's
honestly
evil.
A lot of halves of donuts, mostly halves. It was... I don't know how that cat lived as long as it did. We had to give that cat insulin every morning and night. Not even a joke.
That poor cat.
No, that cat had the easiest life. Like, literally all it did was wake up every time. I haven't thought about Lilac because I haven't thought about Lilac in a really long time. And now it's just flashbacks to every morning waking up. Like, I'm going downstairs, getting ready for school, eat my cereal. And here comes Lilac around the corner, knowing that somebody's awake, going, just trying to get food. She's a Siamese too, so she has like that really annoying meow. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what that means. I don't have cats, so never had cats, never will.
Yeah. No, Lilac was the most, like, aside from whenever food was around,
right.
I've never seen it move as fast as
right. But was Lilac your cat?
No, it was like kind of my sister's cat. It was a family cat, you know.
But it wasn't for you. That's what I'm saying. That's the point. Like, you wouldn't have chosen Lilac. People either like they want a cat or they don't. It's a polarizing decision. Where like if you want a dog, you know you want a dog, right? If you don't want a dog, you know don't want a dog. But some people are like, yeah, dog, whatever, we can have a dog in the house. But if most people, not everyone, most people would be like, you will know their opinion on cats.
Okay. Yeah, I think my opinion on cats is kind of more of that, like, yeah, I'd have a cat. Because cats are so low maintenance, they're like weird. You know,
but that's what I'm saying.
A little bit evil.
It's because they're evil.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
They do their own thing.
And that's what I'm saying. The family has to worship the cat. They're low maintenance because they believe that they are the ruler of the house.
Oh, you're okay,
right. Have you heard the old adage about this? You know, like dogs,
maybe
you feed them, you know, you take care of them. They're like, you must be God.
Oh yeah.
Right. And cat is like, they feed me, they take care of me.
They clean
I must be God.
Yeah.
It's the difference of mentality.
I think that's probably true because like a cat is hardwired to like try and hunt things, including your ankles. Like
still. Like dogs were hard. They hunted things.
Dogs were hardwired to work alongside humans.
Well, domesticated dogs.
Yeah.
But their ancestors weren't.
Cats are just like a free agent. You don't really know what they're doing.
That's what's crazy about them, man. That's why they're still evil. Like you can have a nice cat that loves you, and one day it's just like, I'm gonna scratch the crap out of your face.
Yeah.
And you just have you don't see it coming.
It's true because you could be petting a cat and it's all like purring and stuff like that.
And then all of a sudden it just looks up.
Yeah. It just tries to attack your hand.
We had a friend that had a cat. I didn't like the cat. I'm allergic. One, they make me sneeze my brains out.
Yeah.
Two, I just don't like cats because they're they're too unpredictable for me.
Okay.
I'm a person that likes to know what's coming.
Yeah.
And it was just sitting there. And it was like sitting next to me looking at me. And I was like, oh, you're kind of cute. Like I trusted it for a quarter of a second, Alex.
Yeah.
It was a quarter of a second. The thing took a swipe at me. I said it was cute. And it was like, it heard me. And it was offended that I used that word.
Oh.
And it just straight went like reached, right? Full claws out. And like, luckily I was like, and I like leaned back. I was like, what the heck? But then what do you do with a cat, right? If a dog comes at me, right? I've had a dog come at me. I grabbed it. It was a bigger dog.
Yeah.
I grabbed it. I pinned it to the ground. Not trying to hurt it, but like protecting myself.
Right.
And then I laid on it.
Right.
And I held its head down. And then I just alphaed it.
Right.
And then later, me and the dog, best friends.
Right.
You can't do that to a cat. Like one,
because they're too small.
They're too small. Two, it's going to get you with all those claws.
Uh-huh. Oh,
right? Yeah. Three, if you try and alpha the cat, it's just going to keep freaking out. And there's no mutual respect when you come back.
That's true.
Right? Yeah. Like, dudes in high school.
Right.
They become best friends typically one of two ways. They're either like in the lowest of lows together, or they try and fight each other. Then they build a mutual respect, and they're like, I respect you, you respect me. We're best friends now.
Right.
That's why dogs are man's best friend. Because there's a mutual respect of like, we could both kill each other, but we won't.
Because we love each other.
And the cat is like, I catch you off guard, bro. Catch you slipping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come for them eyes.
I think you would have really liked Lilac. You know what? Because Lilac,
she was too fat to do anything.
For one, she was tortured as a kid, because not like really. Okay, guys,
like you tortured the cat?
Like as you know, have you ever seen a kid? Because there are cats that grow up in households with kids that know that they will get smacked if they do anything to the kids, and those cats are like they'll hurt an adult, but they won't hurt the kid because they know it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
And as a kid, and if you see kids with cats, they'll like pick them up from the stomach, and they'll just like hold them like this.
That's messed up, man.
I look, if you've ever seen a cat with a kid, this is what they do. They just grab them in the most like uncomfortable looking ways. But as a kid, I was so mean to that cat. Have you ever seen somebody do the thing where they put a mattress on the stairs and they slide down it?
Yeah.
I made my cat do that.
Oh, nice.
And she was horrified.
Did you ever do the cucumber thing?
No, but I've always wanted to.
I want to know if it's real.
That's one of the reasons that I actually am I'm not against getting a cat is because there's so many random little things that cats do that I'm like, you're such a weird specimen. Like, why do you do these things? Like the whole like chasing a laser pointer, that cat.
Dogs do that too.
Some dogs do. But like
clear.
Cats, the fact that they'll do that and they'll also be like as aloof as we've talked about, and they don't care about you, but they'll get distracted at a red laser beam.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
But like,
to me.
What's the point of a pet that doesn't care about you? Now, listen, I understand.
It's funny.
There is an aspect of like dog people are needier. Dog people get a dog because there's a specific part of their life that they want fulfilled.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not a cat person. I don't know why cat people get cats. They don't fulfill anything. They don't even like you. And then always, I know we're going to get some shade from some cat person. It's going to be like, my cat likes me. Listen, I've met a lot of cats in my day and age. And all of them, they don't like you. They like what you provide them. Right? If I miss a meal for Dozer, which I have, you know what he does? He whines and he comes and puts his head on me. And he makes his puppy dog eyes. And I'm like, what's wrong, buddy? What's going on? And then eventually Eric and I talk and we figured out we forgot to give him food. If you forget to feed a cat, other than Lilac, like a normal cat that doesn't have diabetes, like that cat is gonna hunt you down. They'll remember that. They're like an evil assassin.
I think Lilac might have hunted us down too if she could jump up on the bed.
She probably could. That's why you guys had high beds.
She didn't move very fast. No, it was normal height bed. She just couldn't jump. Like, we're talking.
Poor Lilac.
At Lilac's worst, her belly was on the floor.
Erica's family has a cat. Super fat cat.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing, though. Like, I think it knows I'm allergic to it. Because it always tries to get really close to me.
Yeah. It's like, it's the only
but it
power
doesn't ever
left.
come against me. Like, it doesn't purr against me. It just gets close to me and just stares at me. And, like, I don't know how to respond. One, because I can't touch it. Because, like, I won't die, but, I'll get real sneezy.
Yeah. You sneeze
but, like,
on its
I don't
face.
trust it. It just looks evil. The way the eyes look.
Yeah. They got those, like, slits. They have snake eyes.
Yeah, exactly. You know who else has those eyes? Goats.
And
Goats
Voldemort.
Oh, that too.
Wait, goats have snake eyes?
Yeah, they have the weird slit in their eye too.
Oh, man.
It's freaky, man. And they're mean too.
Do sheep have that?
I don't know. I'm not a sheep expert.
I feel like sheep are cuter than goats.
Yeah. Well, and they're less aggressive typically.
Yeah.
They can be aggressive, but they also don't have the little horns.
Yeah.
They've got a hard head.
Yeah.
But the cats thing, man. I think they're evil. There's always there. It just feels. You ever been in a group of people, right? And not like necessarily friends. You're just in a group.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in college particularly.
Right.
And there's that one person that just seems like the schemer. Like they're always trying to get something out of other people.
They always own a cat.
Right? No, I was going to well, maybe they do. I don't know.
I was just saying I was just trying to follow off. Yeah.
That's what cats are like to me.
Oh.
They're like the schemer. Like they don't really like you, but they're about to move and they realize you have a truck. So all of a sudden you're best friends with them. That's what a cat is.
Yeah.
It doesn't really like you, but it realizes you're the one with opposable thumbs that can open the cat food.
Yeah, yeah.
So they like you when there's cat food. They don't like you the rest of the time.
Okay, yeah. It is. It's
they're
a
using you.
relationship.
Yeah. You're getting played.
Yeah, I get that. I think in that situation, I think there is a proper time to own a cat, and it's if you live in a house that has scorpions or like many insects kind of thing, because they'll hunt those. You know,
they can fight scorpions?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
Do they get stung?
They can fight scorpions and like snakes. Lilac took out a snake.
What?
Yeah, we came outside and I was like, how did you catch that?
That's awesome.
It's just like a garden snake.
Dozer only catches birds.
She bit its head off.
What?
Yeah.
Way to go, Lilac.
I know. It was her shining moment.
Did it look? Was it? Oh, it was because it was in a circle. It looked like a donut.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It was like, oh, big donut.
Or a spaghetti noodle or something. Yeah.
Thought it was just food to eat. He's like, oh, this doesn't even taste like a donut
Why is this
at all.
food moving? It's weird. You know, in her prime, for the first few years of her life, she could jump up on the backyard wall.
One leap?
One leap.
That's great.
Not by the end of her life. Yeah. Not even close.
But that's the thing. The cats can do that. They have this crazy pounce, right?
Yeah.
That's another unpredictable part. If that thing goes off, you ever seen? There's a video. Okay? There's a video of this woman. She's got a pizza box.
Okay.
I don't know why this is ingrained in my memory, but she comes in and she's like talking to the cat, and the cat like hisses at her, and she's like, "No," and the cat hisses again, and like she starts stepping backwards, and it's like a Ring video or something, like an indoor camera. She's like, "No." And the cat hisses like the third time, and then like makes that like loud, it's coming for blood.
Yeah.
And you hear like like it's like running at her, and like you hear her scream and throw the pizza box on the floor and run out of the house. Like at that point, you don't own a house, and you don't own a cat.
Yeah.
That cat owns you.
Yeah.
And you worship it and serve it
and give it pizza. Apparently.
That is terrifying. Why would you want something like that in your life?
No, in that situation, you have to get rid of it.
I know.
There's only one option there.
But
you either sneeze in its mouth or you get rid of it.
Sneeze in its mouth? That is weird. It's COVID season, man. You can't do that.
Can you give COVID to a cat? And if you can,
give it to a dog.
At least you would know that you're the alpha. You can give COVID to a dog?
Yeah, dogs could get COVID. That was a thing.
Oh my god.
They also could smell it. Can sniff COVID. They were training dogs to sniff COVID. Why do I know so much about animals? This is weird.
I don't know, man. You watch a lot of Animal Planet.
It's Twitter teaches me a lot about animals.
I follow animal people?
Yeah,
what?
Exactly. Yeah. No cat people though.
No. How did you learn all about these cat things? This is all videos that you randomly saw.
Yeah.
Like the cucumber and the
I listen to podcasts about cats.
Podcasts. Like we said in the intro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this then. You're about to get married.
Yeah.
I've heard the conversation brewing.
Yeah.
At my house.
Yeah.
I've made my position clear.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to get a cat when you first get married?
Oh, no. Not when we first get married. Absolutely not. No, like I got rid of my dog. Well, I didn't get rid of it. I gave it back.
Yeah. Because it wasn't his.
Right.
He was house sitting the dog.
Yeah. What? I was house sitting the dog's house.
Yeah, exactly.
And he happened to come with.
Yeah, exactly.
Tony was flirting with the idea of getting a cat for a while because it was this cute little cat that got brought to our group and whatever, and she liked it. And so she was like, maybe I'll get it. And then we found out that the cat is better raised if it has another cat. And so she was like, I don't want 2 cats.
Yeah.
And so she was like, no. But no, we will not be getting an animal as soon as we get married.
Is your first animal going to be a cat?
I don't know.
You can't definitively say if it's going to be a cat or not?
Listen,
you're a cat person then, bro.
Okay, fine. Maybe in that case I'm a cat person. Here's the thing that's nice about a cat. You don't really have to take care of it.
Then don't get a pet. If you don't want something you don't have to take care of, then don't get a pet. Get a goldfish.
It's fun to observe the life of a cat. This is what I'm saying.
Goldfish.
As long as your cat isn't crazy, it's fun to
name one cat other than Lilac that hasn't been crazy.
Lilac was crazy in her own way. She was just docile.
So all the cats are crazy.
Okay, so if your cat is docile, if you can control your cat.
No one can. That's what I'm saying, man. You can't control evil. We talked about the chaotic good and chaotic evil. It is 1,000% chaotic evil. That is where the cat falls on the spectrum.
Listen, even chaotic evil can be neutralized. Okay, this is just true.
You're gonna taser it? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, whatever you gotta do.
What is the dart called? The tranquil. You're gonna tranquilize.
I'll tranquilize the cat. Yeah, whatever I gotta do.
That's the only way you control it, man.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
And you'd be an amazing shot. Because how are you gonna? They move so fast.
Oh,
they are very agile.
For a second I thought you said you would be an amazing shot, and I was really complimented. But then you said you'd have to be an amazing shot, and I was like, oh.
Well, you would be an amazing shot if you hit it.
Well, yeah. I thought you were saying something nice about me, and I was like, wow, I feel so complimented.
Yeah, I was saying if you hit it, you would be amazing. Because I don't know how you do that.
I get used to it.
I wouldn't be able to hit a cat. Those things.
I'll get target practice in.
They're related to craziness in the jungle.
Oh, they are. I agree.
Wait, so you're gonna get a cat?
No.
I can't come over then.
I'm saying. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Unless you want me to not come over. Paul can't come over either. He's allergic to cats.
Oh, really?
2/3 of your friends in this room, or no, everyone, all of my friends in this room would not be able to come over.
I have friends with myself. Gosh, I would annoy myself so much.
Yeah. Are you allergic to cats? You'd be allergic to them too.
I'd be allergic to them too.
Paul and I could never come over to your house then.
That's a good point. Well, so I don't have any plans to get a cat. My thought is just like, I grew up with cats. I have friends who have cats. I don't mind them. Like, they're fine. They don't cause me any problems. I like messing with them. I think they're fun to like because there are things like that, like cucumber thing.
Yeah.
Or, like you can take a cat and you can throw it up in the air and it like sticks its arms out because it's like I need to land and then you just grab it. It's fun.
I think you're gonna get in trouble for saying all this on a podcast.
No, I did it in a different country, so it wasn't illegal.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
But you're saying you want to get a cat for those reasons?
No, this is what I'm saying is like those things are fun. I'm not really like interested in getting a cat, but I could see myself being okay with it.
So everything you said is like what a grandparent or an uncle says about a child. Like your whole argument was like, I don't really want it, but I'll play with it for a little while. Like they're cool to come over and hang out. I'll give it some sugar, some toys, mess with it a little bit, but then I want it to go away. That's what a grandparent loves about having grandkids. They're like, well, it's not my responsibility. If it goes crazy, it's on someone else. But I can mess with it, give it all the sugar in the world,
rile it up,
make it real crazy, and then just hand it back.
I totally get that because that's exactly what I do to my nieces and nephews.
See, exactly.
It's getting close to 7:00, and I'm like, I know their bedtime's 7:30. I'm like, let's have a sword fight. Let's have a great time.
Who wants to play tag outside? Who can eat the most Jelly Bellies?
Is it story time? Okay, we have to go to the forest.
This is what I'm saying, man. Cats, they're so unpredictable for your life. You know what I'm saying? Here's the other thing. Think about this. You guys like traveling, right?
Sure, yeah.
You know what I don't hear a lot? I don't hear people cat sit for other people.
Yeah.
But I hear people dog sit. Right?
Yeah.
How does that? Why is that a thing?
Because
I don't hear about cat sitting.
As long as you have a cat that's at least somewhat, would be somewhat respected in the animal kingdom, as not like Lilac.
Not like. Would your cat be an indoor cat? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. It depends. If I had a house, obviously, I'd probably have it be an outdoor cat.
Was your cats indoor cats?
They were indoor and outdoor.
Did you guys go on vacation and leave them?
No, we had somebody come and we had a dog too, so people would dog sit, and then really with a cat, like you can leave out. Not Lilac, but with with most cats, you can leave out a lot of food and it'll pace itself, and then it'll just poop in the litter box or whatever. Or an outdoor cat will poop outside, and so those ones you really don't even have to watch.
That is the upside of a cat.
That's what I'm saying.
Teaching
That's
it
why
to
it's
poop
like
in a box.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
How do you teach it to poop in a box?
I don't know. I don't have cats.
Interesting.
Erica said that supposedly her uncle taught his cat by training it with the box to poop in the toilet.
Oh my gosh. That's so weird. I would hate to walk into the bathroom and see a cat turd in my toilet.
I would hate to walk in to see the cat pooping.
I know.
Do you make eye contact?
Absolutely. That's your domain.
Right. But then does it panic and attack you?
I don't know. This is
a vulnerable position for
you need to have a fine sweep, maybe even a broom to just bat the cat out of the way.
Let me say this too. I read this. I don't know if this is true, but I did read this. That dogs look at you when they're pooping
for safety.
For safety.
Yeah.
Because you're their pack.
I know.
That's sweet.
It's the sweetest.
It freaks me out when Dozer stares at me when he's pooping. I'm like, bro, there's too much eye contact. This is too intimate of a moment.
You gotta look back at him. He's counting on you, man. This is what I did. After I learned that, every time when I had a dog, every time he was pooping and he looked at me, I would look right back at him like, I got you, man. Like anybody comes to attack you, I got you.
See, I'd want to do the turn and arms across my chest, like I'll protect you, buddy.
Yeah,
like, I got your back. You got to get the front though.
Next time he looks at you while he's pooping, you should just run. Just run in a direction. Just see what happens. He's just gonna freak out. He's gonna my protection and my man is gone.
I mean, now he just goes outside whenever he needs and poops by himself. So
does he still look at you though if you're out there?
No.
What?
I don't know. I'm not out there when he poops usually.
Yeah, he's too confident of a pooper, man. You got to keep him a little bit.
I mean, he's pretty bulky.
Yeah.
He can take care of his own. He'd just bite ankles, but bite him strong.
You can bite him strong. Yeah.
So, well, this just took a turn. I don't want to say anything that might offend you or your future wife, but I think cat people are weird, man.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Not like I can't be friends with them kind of weird, but just like there's just like a stigma.
Sure.
That I think they kind of fit.
Yeah.
You know, like some people, like there's a stigma on some people, and you're like, that's not right.
Right.
The cat one, there's a lot of weirdness that goes on with cat people that I just, as a non-cat person, I'm on the outside looking at them like dog people were predictable,
Right.
But it's the weirdness of a dog person is like when you see a dog, you go, oh, look at the cute little dog, right? Or my wife is like, oh, doggo. That's it. Can I pet it?
Gotcha.
Yep, done. You're happy about it. You move on.
See,
cat people, there's just something different about them, man.
See, I think I went into this with a different definition of cat people and dog people. See, in my mind, like if you own one of an animal, you're not of that kind of person. Like if you own a dog person, I know that you like dogs. You
own a dog person? Alex,
you're a
you
weird
can't
kind
own
of person.
people.
Oh, got it.
That is not allowed.
All right, this is a different country.
Rephrase. If you own a dog.
If you own a dog, I don't think you're like a dog person, right? Because when we say like cat person, typically the thing is like they own many cats, right? And so in the same way, like I've been to families' homes. I've been to families. I've been to families. Okay.
Are you having a stroke?
Maybe. I feel like every time I'm talking into this mic, I'm having a stroke. It doesn't always come out just as
it looks.
Oh,
yeah.
It totally is.
We make it look so graceful though.
Well, maybe you do. I don't know.
Look at that hair. You're just wisping in the air conditioning.
Oh, we make it look graceful.
Yeah.
Not
we
always
aren't
sound
graceful.
Yeah,
we make it look graceful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially with that beautiful hat you're wearing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
2odddudes.com.
Wow. How much would that cost me?
$18. Shirts are $12.
Was it so?
Online at shaneco.com.
Can you get like both of them for like $30?
Yeah, both for $30. Don't go to shaneco.com.
Wait, yeah. Did you just?
Open weekdays till 8.
Nothing on Shaneco is worth or is priced at $18 or $12. Where
I don't know. You went on my hat. I said you handle it gracefully. You were saying your definition of dog people and cat people are different.
Right. Yeah. So I have been to families who own like 7 dogs. Like that's like those are dog people.
But let me say this. There's people that don't own dogs that call themselves dog people. Now, I understand what you're saying.
Right.
Because I think there are families and that not everybody in the family is a dog or cat person. Right. But the person that makes the end-all definitive decision to own one of those things, I think is then by proxy a dog or cat person. Because you wouldn't own something, I would hope you wouldn't own something that you don't like. Unless you're a parent and you're like, I'm going to buy this for my kid because it'll make them happy. But then by the way in which that logic works, that kid is the dog or cat person. And you are, so I don't think the whole family is, but the one that makes the definitive decision in favor of this or is for it, then is that. Because there are dog people that don't currently own dogs and they're like, oh, I live in an apartment, I'm a dog person, but I can't.
Right.
So I don't think ownership of that pet is the end all be all, but it is a definite movement towards whether or not you are that or not.
I get what you're saying. I still think there's a difference. There's like, if somebody's like, are you a cat or dog person? Typically they're like, do you like cats better or dogs better?
Right.
But then there's also...
And I think you have to choose.
Oh, I agree. And I think the right answer is dog.
Yeah.
For one, they taste better. And right. Different country. Oh
my God. This has been demonetized at this point.
We don't make money off this.
We are already being sued by
Cats,
PETA,
Cats,
and the musical Cats. They're suing us,
and the movie version of the musical Cats,
and the All Dogs Go to Heaven movie is also suing us.
That's a movie?
Yeah, it is. They got sued because we're not gonna go with what you're saying.
I don't even know where I was at.
I don't know. You said something about eating an animal, and I.
Oh yeah. Oh, so the difference between like. When somebody's like, are you a cat person or a dog person? It's typically, what do you like better? But then there's also, I think, an extended version of that where you're like, you're a cat person or you're a dog person, which is you love them so much that you would own multiple of them or you are very enthusiastic about them specifically. Yeah. Like you have horse people as well who are just like, they just love horses.
Yeah, they're weird too.
I think in that situation, I would be definitely not a cat person and maybe not even a dog person. Like I love dogs, but I'm not like, I don't know a whole lot about dogs, and I'm not like I need to have a dog or like I'm just waiting until I get a house to get a dog or anything like that. Like I like them, and I like anytime I've ever had a dog or been around a dog, I always have a good time.
Right.
But I'm not like obsessed with them,
Right. I would say though, like if you are making a decision, especially if you don't have kids, if you're making a decision to get a pet, like you should be that type of person Like, if you get a dog, you should then call yourself a dog person. Because I think it's weird if you're like, oh, I have this dog, but I'm not really a dog person. Unless you could be like, oh, well, my wife really wanted it. And you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But then if we, like, talk to Tony and she's like, yeah, dogs or whatever. I'm going to be like, why did you guys get this dog? Like, that seems weird. Like, is this dog okay? Like, is it, like, you know, you've made a conscious decision to go and own this thing.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, I feel like at that point you should call yourself a dog person.
Right. If you own a dog, you should probably call yourself a dog person.
Right, exactly. But also, you have to see, like, with cat people, they're like, I would agree with you in some sense in the dog person realm. I think there are dog people that are just kind of like nonchalant about it.
Okay.
I have yet to meet a cat person that is nonchalant about it. Like, if I said to a dog person, like, oh, yeah, you're like, oh, it's cool. Like, I don't really like dogs. Most would be like, oh, it's okay. No worries. Like, we'll put them up.
Yeah.
If you walk into a cat person's house and you're like, I'm allergic to cats, they're like, oh, that's unfortunate. Like, you instantly get the shade of the cat person. Like, they are, and it's probably the stigma in the culture. I get it. Right. There's a lot of shade. Like, we're throwing shade at cats right now. But, like, there is a defensiveness that cat people come with. When you're like, oh, I'm allergic, or like, I don't really like cats, they're like, I don't care.
Right, yeah.
Like, they have the opinion of their cats.
They're like, well,
their lord.
This is a cat house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, they are not putting the cats up for anything. Not even their own protection. They're like, they hide. That's where we get to the point of cat house. Right? You're like, the cats are being crazy. You don't put the cats away. You put the humans away to protect them.
Yeah, from the cats.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's wrong.
I understand what you're saying.
I want the control of my house, not the cat. Dozer doesn't rule this house. Well, he kind of does, but that's because my wife lets him.
But he rules it in cuteness.
Yeah, that's true.
Cuteness and snuggles.
Yeah, he is.
Which is a great way to rule anything.
Yeah, like the other day, and you're like, come here. And he like hopped up and he put both his paws on both of your shoulders and he hugged you and kissed you. I'm like, that's the sweetest thing. Yeah. A cat would never do that. And if it did, my instinct, if it put both paws on my shoulders, I would think it's going for the kill shot. It's going for the neck.
The jugular.
Yeah, like it is trying to swipe my neck clean off.
Have you ever been licked by a cat?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I hear their tongue is weird though.
It's so
like
weird.
Sandpaper, right?
It is like sandpaper. I don't know why. It was designed this way, but it is the weirdest feeling. Like
Have you seen the thing designed by cat people to be able to lick your cat?
What?
This is a real thing.
No.
Paul is laughing hysterically in the background because he knows what I'm talking about. It's literally like a thing you put in your mouth, and it is a long tongue-shaped thing so that you can like move your head like this, right? And lick your cat.
That's disgusting. That's ridiculous.
That is a thing. That is why I think cat people are weird.
Yeah, that's way too far.
Yeah.
You're a human. You need to show any animal that lives in your house or human.
Yeah.
You need to show that you're human too.
Let me say this. I will knock dog people down a peg right now.
Yeah.
There are some dog people. I'm not going to name names, but I know some.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
That let their dog lick inside their mouth.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know if I know people who do that.
I know people.
I don't know if I'd be friends with somebody who does that.
That is disgusting.
That is disgusting.
That thing licks its butt.
Those are the same people who are like, dogs' mouths are cleaner than human mouths.
Yeah, I'm not buying it, man. Yeah. I saw what he was just doing.
Dozer was chewing on a ball earlier today that was just covered in dirt. Like
he loved it too. Yeah, he loved every second of
it. They're just toddlers, which is great because we love toddlers.
Right.
They're toddlers that don't cry all the time.
But I have to bring this up. Have you heard? I did the researches.
Oh yeah.
This is from Scientific America, so it has to be true.
Okay. Did you get that off Google?
Yeah.
Cool.
It wasn't the top one though, so I mean that means it. So, have you heard of the crazy cat lady syndrome?
No.
Paul, have you heard of this? The crazy cat lady syndrome? Oh my gosh, you guys never heard of this. So, This is like, there are people that dispute this, right?
Yeah.
There's some research and science behind it, allegedly. Okay, so cats have, I'm just going to read this. It's from Scientific America. I don't remember what it's called. It's called Are Cats Responsible for Cat Ladies? That's just literally what the article is called, okay? So, cats have a mischievous and somewhat dark reputation in neuroscience.
What?
There's a research to suggest that a cat's proximity to other mammals can cause them to behave strangely.
What? Okay, I want to hear about it.
This feline power has been attributed to protozoan that lives in their stool called Toxoplasma gondii, or toxo for short. I've also heard it called, when someone has it, toxoplasmosis.
Okay.
Literally, people have this. Like, this is an actual disease. The disease is not made up. The transmission is what gets. But
yeah.
Toxoplasmosis is an actual disease that, like, pregnant women can't clean litter boxes because they have a heightened risk of getting toxoplasmosis that can kill the baby or hurt the baby.
What?
Significantly. But toxoplasmosis has also been linked, and this is where the dispute comes in. Researchers show that toxo can travel in a rat's brain and cause the rat to no longer avoid areas where cats live. It literally changes their brain. The rats, in fact, become attracted to the smell of cat urine. Previously repulsed by the smell, these brain-infected rodents run joyously through urine-laden environments. They walk right through the cat's trap until their young rodent lives come to an end under a forceful paw. So the toxoplasmosis literally creates a situation where you become attracted to the cat. Now, think about that in terms of the evilness. And I was talking about that. They have to literally have a scientific way to make you love them in order for you to want to have more of them.
Oh, I agree.
And then
that's totally evil.
It's a cycle that gets worse. As you have more, you want more and more. Cats are an addictive, evil drug.
It makes so much sense. I mean, you think about any superhero or comic book, anything, there's never a cat that's a good character. Mm-hmm. At best, there's a cat that's like an anti-hero, but it's always either a villain or somebody who's somewhat neutral.
Exactly. So here we go. These protozoans can affect the brains of humans. We treat these patients with powerful antibiotics and frequently recommend that they give away their cats. Pregnant women are also advised not to handle cat litter, as a fetus does not yet have the immune system needed to fight toxo. Fetuses exposed to the protozoan can suffer from seizures, cognitive problems, and blindness. This is crazy.
I think this is pretty definitive proof that cats were never designed to be owned by humans.
I know exactly. Hey, there was more I was going to try and read. Say something funny while I find this.
Just start talking about my cat again. Oh my gosh. As a kid, I told you I kind of like tortured my cat as a kid. Yeah. I remember I told you I made it like slide down the stairs. I did a lot of things to my cat, including just throwing it down the stairs.
Alex, that is awful. You need to apologize to the cat right now.
Lilac, I'm sorry. I probably caused your eating thing.
from the tosses.
From the horror.
He was trauma eating.
It was trauma eating, yeah. It was more like
you should not say anything else on
I know. The cat. I was a child, okay? Listen, it was probably like when somebody comes home from a long day of work and they're like, I just need to eat some stuff because it's been such a hard day. That's probably what it was like for my cat. Where it was just like, it was done with the day and it needed just to relax and eat whatever, like a half a box of donuts.
Yeah, he was just trying to recover from you. Okay, I got to read some more of this. Okay. This is crazy. I'm not just trying to read this article on this podcast and bore everybody, but this is crazy. Neuroscientists have shown that toxo may have more subtle effects than brain abscesses and blindness.
Whoa.
That is crazy. More subtle effects. Humans given dopamine pills are at an increased risk of impulsive and risky behavior. Excessive dopamine activity is also involved in schizophrenia. Immunologists point out that the known genetic risk factor for schizophrenia include many immune-related genes that could affect the way one's body reacts to toxo. Theoretically, a strain's toxo-induced immune response in the brain could cause psychosis. Even more alarming was a summary of 38 studies published in 2012 that found that individuals with schizophrenia were 3 times more likely than those without schizophrenia to have antibodies in their blood to the toxoplasma protozoan, meaning their bodies developed an immune response to toxo at some point. They had toxo. Measuring antibodies to toxo, however, is several steps removed from a cat ownership, blah, 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 blah. I will give it this part. At the end, new research in the journal Psychological Medicine suggests that your cat friends are just fine. Scientists from University College in London examined 6,705 adolescents and 6,676 young adults to see if early exposure to household felines contributed to the risk of developing psychotic episodes. In the largest and best controlled study to date, the research shows that those exposed to cats were not at increased risk of psychosis after controlling for a number of other variables. So not necessarily going to make you crazy, but there is a possibility. There is a chance that your cat could make you crazy and take risks that you shouldn't take, like getting another cat.
That's genius, though. Like the whole thing with the rat and the rats or the mice or whatever,
right?
That's amazing.
It tricks its food to come to it.
Yeah,
that's evil genius.
Forget whether or not like we should own them, but like the actual genius in that design. Like the good Lord was like, nobody's gonna want to be around these cats, so we're gonna make it trick its food into wanting to be around it.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Even the end of this article. Listen. Cat ownership doesn't seem to truly increase one's risk of psychosis. Notice they don't say like it doesn't make you not have toxoplasmosis. It doesn't make you not have risky decisions. We just don't think there's no definitive proof that it makes you psychotic.
Yeah.
So we can't definitively say cat people are psychotic, but we can say that cat people are at risk and are probably a little weird, but it's not their fault. They took a risk.
They've been brainwashed.
They took a normal risk on a cat because it was cute and cuddly. And then the cat manipulated their brain with scientific things and enzymes and protozoans so that they would risk even more and get another cat. And then so much so, like the rat, that even when it swipes at you, you're like, well, I still love it. I'll get another one.
Wow, my goodness, this has been an epiphany of an episode.
I know you didn't. I was surprised you guys haven't heard toxoplasmosis.
I've never heard of it.
I know another thing about animals that you guys don't know. This is crazy. We should just turn this into an animal
podcast.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep doing animal research.
Next week on the Oddcast, we talk about what have we not talked about? Beluga whales.
No, we're gonna talk about rhinoceros horns.
We've already talked about rhinoceroses,
but we're talking about their horns. And also,
wait.
The ivory tusk industry.
Okay,
awful poaching.
What about their horns? You said we're going to talk about
their
horns.
They're made of keratin.
Like what other things? Like our nails.
Mm-hmm. But also, there's a whole thing where they are poached. I don't want to really get into this right now, but they are poached significantly, where they will cut off. The poachers will cut off their horns and leave them, and they'll like basically kill them.
Yeah.
So. I watched a whole documentary on this. This one I did watch a documentary on. So there's this whole situation going on in Africa where, they have these animals and they're like actually pre-chopping off the horns of these rhinos once they get so big so that they don't get poached and killed because there's not a lot of rhinos left and they're trying to get them to not die. And so because of that, they take the horns off because when the poachers do it, they don't do it nicely. They like shoot them and then they just take the horn. So they like tranquilize them, take the horn off so that they won't be killed. And then they have like all of these, rhino horns that they would go to the market typically that they're actually storing in all these things and trying to destroy because they don't want them dying because of poaching.
Yeah.
But then there's this counter argument to it. It's a real big mess that's driving the price up and it's making it more valuable and all this stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Anyways, I'm not giving an opinion on it, but they cut off. There's efforts to cut off the horns in a way that is helpful.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, to keep them alive because they're endangered.
Right. That's crazy.
I know things about rhinos. I watched that documentary too.
I should start watching more documentaries.
Documentaries are great, man.
Yeah,
that's why I'm great at Jeopardy.
Learn so much stuff.
Mm-hmm. You should also watch more Jeopardy with me. It's a great time.
Do you still watch Jeopardy?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you finished all this. Are you rewatching them?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I haven't seen a lot of them, so that's actually good. I can go back and watch them.
And you forget.
Yeah.
It just makes you better at the game, man.
Yeah.
Makes you better at the game. But let's end with this.
Okay. Wait, we're not gonna end with one of my wisdoms?
We will.
Got it.
No, we're not to the end yet.
Yeah.
Paul hasn't given us the hurry up sign yet.
Yeah. Okay.
He normally goes like this. If you're listening with your eyes, he goes like this. That means hurry up.
And he does it with both of his feet too.
Yeah. He just spins in circles in the back.
Yeah.
If you are a cat person, I'm not trying to be offensive to you. I'm not claiming that you have toxoplasmosis. I'm not claiming that you're psychotic because the science doesn't support that. I am claiming that you are at risk of more risky behavior. And I think that is a pretty definitive proof that if you are a cat person, you need to think through some things in your life. Just make sure.
Is the risk worth it?
Yeah, just make sure. And also, if you're pregnant, don't clean the litter box. Their poop is going to get to you and maybe the baby. That's not a good thing. Stay away from the litter box. I guess we're fine to go near the litter box because we can't get pregnant.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that just means we have to clean the litter box.
Yeah, we do. That's unless you don't get one.
Or you don't get pregnant.
Yeah. Well, we can't. So it's still
Right.
That doesn't help us. I will say this.
I'm ready.
I love you.
Thank you.
I'm glad we own a podcast and we do this.
I just realized that you said I love you and I said thank you back.
You did. Yeah. I'm moving past that part.
Okay.
If you get a cat.
Yeah.
We're going to have an intervention. And I'm going to ask if you have been influenced into this risky behavior because you hung out with another cat.
Okay. Yeah.
And potentially it got a little urine or poo-poo on you and you have the toxoplasmosis. Oh. And before you get a cat, I'm going to have you tested for toxoplasmosis.
I think that's fair. I'm okay with that.
And also,
how do you test that? Is it like a blood thing?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I didn't do that research. But also, if you get a cat, Paul and I cannot come over to your house.
That's a good point. I mean, that might make a decision.
We cannot have game night with you because we will die. We'll be like, this is a great game, guys. I can't see anything. My eyes are leaking and so is my nose.
We'll keep a jar of Benadryl right in the front of the house.
No, man. Benadryl knocks me out. I'll be like this. Like, great game night.
At least finally, if you were falling asleep, I could beat you like Settlers of Catan.
Then you still wouldn't win. Tony would be like,
I know.
Living it up. I'm coming for you, Tony. Next time
I'd never win Settlers of Catan. Whatever.
We should talk about board games on this. That'd be a great episode.
That would be a great episode. Guys, I have a wisdom for you. Wisdom? Is it a piece of advice? What do we do at the end of this?
What's your last words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom. My last words of wisdom.
Is it going to be cat related?
Yeah. Totally.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. If you suck at board games, or just are generally not that competitive when it comes to board games, or maybe when you play Settlers of Catan, you just hoard sheep.
Wait. Before you finish the wisdom, tell them that part. Tell them how that is just the best. What do you call yourself?
What are you talking about?
What do you call yourself?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You call yourself the Sheep King. Don't tell them. Be honest with them. Alex always only gets sheep and then he hoards them so that no one else can have it. He calls himself the Sheep King or Lord of the Sheep, and then he'll only trade with us if we do specific things for him.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with Ricky. Seems like he's exhibiting some psychotic behavior. Maybe he's been exposed to a cat.
It's genius, but also it never works.
I have no idea what he's talking about. That was a just completely random scenario that I was talking about earlier that has absolutely no semblance of reality in it. Nobody does it in real life that we know. That would be ridiculous.
Okay. If I got you a jacket, I'm derailing you, but this is a question. Yeah. There's sheepskin, like wool, right? But it's got the sheep head on top. Yeah. Would you wear it? Like a sheep head hood?
Would I wear it where?
Would you wear it here on the podcast?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. I would never buy that because I don't know where I would get it. But
it would probably be like hundreds of dollars.
And it would also be very hot.
Yeah.
All right, continue with the wisdom.
If you're bad at board games, maybe get a cat. Because if the people who are good at board games are allergic to cats, you can give them Benadryl and they'll fall asleep and you'll win the board game.
Also, you'll be a bigger risk taker in the game, so you're more likely to win. True. You won't just hoard sheep.
Yeah. Also, less people will want to come over to your house, so you'll have less people to try and beat at the board game.
Well, then it'll just be you playing
less
board game. Less
competition. Well, if it's just you playing a board game, you always win.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You ever play yourself at a board game?
No. Wait. No. I don't even know a board game you could do that.
Chess.
War.
That's not a board game.
There's no game.
There's no board involved.
You play chess against yourself?
Yeah, that's how people play a lot.
That's how you get better.
That's how they train.
Yeah.
They read books on previous games.
You're playing against yourself?
Mm-hmm. You play against yourself and try and beat yourself, but also they'll play against they'll play their own board, but they'll play against games that they've watched and have been recorded beforehand. So like winning games in tournaments that have, grandmasters will play that person's moves and then play against that person, but they're the only one there.
I feel like that would defeat itself though, because if that person's playing, because the person who's playing, the grandmaster, is playing based on what the other person does.
Right. That's the point. But that's what's crazy about chess. You have to try and find the way out, because they'll play and then they'll play counter. They'll play knowing how that person played. They will go, okay, I'm going to go here, and they'll say, okay, what would be the logical counter? So they're trying to figure where are the holes in their game plan.
Oh, and the person who lost game plan.
Yeah, chess players are incredible.
That's cool.
They are incredible.
They are incredible.
Their minds, man, I wish I was like that. I'm going to start training. Jeopardy and chess. That's my next things.
Okay. Wait, no, Jeopardy is always a thing. Oh, you mean like going on the show?
Yeah. Yep. That's next.
Oh my god.
That's the next goal for my life.
If you go on Jeopardy someday, we're gonna have a podcast episode where we just do Jeopardy questions.
That'd be so great.
Yeah.
That's my goal, guys.
Yeah.
If you want to know a ridiculous future aspiration, it's I want to be on a game of Jeopardy.
That's
I don't even need to win.
That works out really well, because one of my ridiculous future aspirations is I want to be best friends with somebody who goes on Jeopardy.
If you start to see my chances go, are you just gonna drop me and go find someone else?
Wait, what?
I thought
if
I'm not gonna make it, you're like, oh, he's starting to wash out. It's time to move on.
His brain's going down the toilet right now. Let's get somebody else.
All right. Any other words of wisdom?
No, I only get one word of wisdom per episode.
And it's get a cat so you can beat people at board games.
Well, only if you're bad at board games.
Oh,
if you can generally beat other people at board games, you don't need to supplement it. You're probably just better off trying to get better.
What wisdom do they get then?
They don't get wisdom. The wisdom is, hey, you're good at board games. If you want to get better,
a cat?
Yeah, if you want to get better, don't get a cat. Just practice.
All right, fair enough.
If you're hopeless at board games, get a cat.
It's a good strategy.
It's a good strategy.
No, not a strategy. Well, guys, thanks for listening. As always, you're wonderful and amazing. Alex is overwhelmed.
Wait, what?
By how much you love him.
Yeah.
And you should show him how much you love him by DMing his personal Instagram account.
You don't even know what it is.
It's linked. It's always linked on our stuff. But DM him personally and just send him your favorite emoji.
Oh, okay. That would be great.
Don't send me anything because you want to just show Alex how much you love him.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
That is all I have. Is that all you have?
That's all I have.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. And remember, stay out.